Well, I am an admirer of Elisa's. Elisa has even worked for me, and the fact is that she is talented.
What's it called? Kermit and Friends?
Kermit and Friends.
Kermit. But
It's Kermit.
You're saying
like
not
the
to
frog?
do...
Yeah,
wait.
I actually have watched a few hours of the Kermit and Friends.
How many hours have you watched, Natalie?
Oh, no. Probably indulged in 8 hours.
Holy...
My wife and I watched Benji's ex-girlfriends or whatever's going on. We watched this crazy podcast, and I have to say, this is one of the, probably in the top 5 things I think about right now.
She has a podcast, but she gets to come on the radio. It is craziness upon craziness.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Kermit and Friends. I'm Elisa. This is Fozzie, and Kermit is watching from heaven. It's going to be a great show today. I'm really excited about what's going on here. Obviously, we find homes for Kermitarians. If you need a home, if you don't have anywhere to go, if you're worried, if you're scared, if you don't have any friends left, if you've burned every bridge, come here to Kermit and Friends because we're here to help. I got some great comments about the show from last week. I'm going to read you some of the comments that I got. I can't tell what's a work and what's real. The show blurs the line between reality and shit posting so gradient that it's impossible to tell who's in on it and who's falling for it. Haha. It's great. Like the kind of great where it won't be mass appreciated for a century after we're all dead and gone. I really appreciate that comment. And I just want to say to people, like, I don't care, how popular Kermit and Friends is now. I know that eventually one day people will appreciate it and we'll see that the magic that we're doing here and how we're creating like new lives for people and family for people. A lot of people were concerned about, the health and the wellness of Andy. There were some really scary things that happened last week. If you didn't tune in last week, I'm just going to show you a little clip of what happened so that way you can be up to date.
Horrible. Hurts. It hurts really bad.
Andy, who did this to you?
Stranger. Literal stranger.
A stranger beat you up for no reason, Andy?
Yes.
What did they look like?
Gangster. Oh my God, that really hurts. I can't even talk.
Okay, Andy, I'm going to have Wappy pick you up. Okay, I'm going to have Wappy pick you up. He's a really nice guy. He's right near you.
He is.
Yes, he's the best guy. He's sweet. He's wonderful. He's gonna help you, and I'm gonna do everything in my power to have him help you. Okay? So that was a really bad and scary situation, but people really stepped up. Sugar called, I think, an ambulance, and the police and the hotel where Andy was staying. And other people donated. I know myself, I donated. Many people here have pitched in. So that's what this is about, right? So we're just here to help people, and we're here to be a community. I'm going to introduce Wheezy, my co-host. Welcome.
Hello. Thank you. What a week, right?
Yeah, what a week. So what do you think about like the recent events?
Well, I just want to say this up, like first and foremost, thank you very much, Wappy. You are a fucking hero. I've seen a lot of people say, you know, bad things or whatever, but what Wappy did for Andy is very special. A lot of people wouldn't have done that. And
Yes.
for him to take him into his house, he lives with his girlfriend. It's not like, you know, it's just easy to do something like that. And for him to keep Andy safe is a blessing for everyone involved in Andy's life. I really wholeheartedly believe that.
Yeah, so have you been watching, because they've been live streaming like 24/7. Have you been watching what's been happening, you know, in that house?
Oh, yes. I mean, I really can't look away. I've been trying to call and help with problems that arise here and there because Andy seems like a pretty hard person to deal with at times, but then the sweetest and nicest person to deal with at other times. And so I've just tried to do what I can to kind of keep the peace and help. And everybody in the community has been doing that, which I think is so amazing. But yeah, I have been riveted. It's been a week of just really watching almost every hour of the damn stream.
Yeah, I don't want to miss anything. Like, I'm so afraid to miss anything. I mean, thank God, you know, Wappy keeps the videos up, but I mean, it's just wild. You know, they fight, they make up. Wappy's been pulling Andy around in a wagon. They recorded songs together. We're going to drop their new single today.
Yes,
What do you
it's
think of
great.
their new? Do you like their new single?
I love it. I mean, I've recorded a lot of music in my life, and the best thing to do is to just not take yourself too seriously. Andy has that completely nailed, and it's great. I mean, Andy's a funny guy, and you can't deny that. And that comes through a lot with these songs, which are so funny. I love the one that you're going to play.
Yeah, so we're going to play that later. Hopefully they'll join us and everybody can ask them questions about how that's going. Are you familiar with Jimmy the Christian?
You know, just I have heard that he was an older or an OG Kermitarian, and then I saw him actually being interviewed, pre-interview, I guess you could say, by Lori. And so that's the only what I know of him, but I know that he's old school and that everybody seems to like him. So
yeah, people seem to like him. He left for like a year. He left this community for a year. So like I frown upon that, but he probably had a good reason. So let's see what his reason is. Everybody, welcome to the show, Jimmy the Christian.
Whoa. Hi,
Jimmy. Welcome
Hi.
to Kermit and Friends. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good.
You look great.
Thank you.
I love that background.
So where are you?
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Right now I'm in a Starbucks.
Okay, you're in a
Just
Starbucks.
like Chris Dick.
Okay, so
That's
all right.
that's where I'm broadcasting from.
Okay. So I think the question on everybody's mind right now, Jimmy, is why leave for a year? Why leave Kermit and Friends for 1 year?
Well, listen, I told you when I left, the day I left, that I had become a Christian and that I was entering into a Christ-based addiction recovery program. It was a facility, actually a place where I lived for 9 months. So on July 11th, I think it was, maybe, or something like that, you interviewed me, and I told you that I had to put away all the old lustful things that I was connected to, and you know, all the bad, evil, naughty, nasty stuff, and become a new creation. So this past
so
9 months.
what was so bad about that? So were you like a sex addict?
I would say so. Yeah, I definitely thought about sex all the time. I definitely masturbated like 3 or 4 times a day usually. You know, I you know, and during that last interview, you said, okay, so how did you finish up? Because I said I can't masturbate anymore. That's out. Can't do it. It's not a part of a. That's not part of a Christian life. That's not part of a godly life. That's part of a lust-filled life. And I was trying to.
So do you think that like masturbation, like God looks down on that?
Oh, well, I mean, in the Bible, it says pretty explicitly that you should really try to limit the lustful thoughts in your mind. It really is pretty clear about that. So masturbation, you know, one of my mentors here at the facility said, you know, I'll tell you, you're not thinking about your grandmother at Christmas dinner when you're masturbating. I mean, come on, you know, you're thinking about you're thinking about, you know, lustful thoughts. Now some people say that it's good, it's human to think about lustful thoughts. But if you're really trying to be a Christian, which is what I'm trying to do right now, and by the way, I got to get this out right away. I'm a baby Christian. I'm just a baby. I mean, I've only been a Christian since last June, end of June. So I'm really like a baby Christian is what I would call myself. I mean, I don't know, you know, I don't have Bible verses memorized, you know, off the top of my head. I don't have a lot of stuff, but I know the message. The message is basically that Christ came into this world to save sinners like me and other people. So he came into this world, he died for us, and he died for us actually so that we could have eternal life. That's the whole deal. Now, I see a lot of comments about the masturbating stuff, but yeah, I have not masturbated since last July 11th. I have not had an orgasm since last July 11th. So I mean that's I know that sounds hard to imagine going through life without an orgasm, but that's the way my life is right now. My life is filled with all kinds of other stuff. My life is filled with, you know, studying the Word of God. My life is filled with trying to get my addictions. Lisa, come on! I had an addiction to alcohol, an addiction to weed, an addiction to nitrous oxide, an addiction to acid. All those things I put behind me. I'm in a 12-step program right now. I mean, I'm in the 8th step, which is making amends. You know, I don't know what you know about AA, but this program that I joined last year is a Christ-based 12-step addiction recovery program, and it was on site. I lived there. Still living there. I graduated from the program last week, and now I'm living there in what's called transition. So that I'm going to go out and, you know, find a job again and start working again, and, you know, really begin my life anew. Become a new, you know, I'm a new creation now. So I am going to begin my life anew as a Christian. Now that may make me less fun. It might make me less. It might make me less interesting. I don't know, but that's where my life is at. So when you come into this program, they take away your phone. They take away your laptops. I had a Chromebook, I had a laptop, and a phone, and transistor radios. Believe it or not, you're not allowed to have transistor radio. As long as it plugs into the wall, that's okay. But if it's a transistor radio, you can't have it. So the Bible says nitrous oxide is fine at the dentist. Somebody just said that. But yeah, it's probably fine at the dentist, but I really can't. I was an abusive, addicted nitrous oxide user. I would buy cases of nitrous oxide. Cases. Meaning 25 boxes of 24 little chargers. Now, that's a great question. Can I answer the question that Supertramp just asked?
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
Supertramp said, am I still pansexual? Here's the deal. You can be who you are inside, and you can recognize who you are inside. You can, if somebody's gay and they know they're gay, or somebody's pansexual and they know they're pansexual, you can recognize that, and you can be okay with that. But you cannot practice it. You cannot. That's just in the Bible all over, and it's not just
really because weren't you were pansexual before?
Yeah, I mean, I've been really open about that, and you know, I didn't have any parameters, meaning I could have sex with anybody. So
you changed that. How did you change that? How did they convince you to not be pansexual?
No, they didn't
anymore?
convince me not to, and I was pretty I was pretty open about this with people in the program too. The deal is, this is what I think and many other people think. You are who you are. I believe that being gay or being pansexual or bisexual, whatever it is a genetic characteristic. I believe that it's genetic. You are who you are. You are who you are. I have to get something out right away, which because I've been reminded because she's been making all sorts of sort of, I won't say hate-filled remarks, but Shay Peyote has been making all kinds of hate-filled sort of jabs at me throughout the past 10 minutes. I got to say something right now, like that. Oh my God, oh my Lord, this is so dumb and old-fashioned and harmful. No, it's not harmful at all, because I'm the only one saying that this is what I do for me. This is my path. I'm not trying to force my path down the throat of other people. But I have to do this. I said some really cruel things about her, like at the end of Kermit and Friends last year when I signed off. And you may not remember this part of it, but I said some really cruel things to her. And I'm going to do what we call a step 10, make amends on the fly. I'm going to do a step 10 right now with Shay Peyote. Shay Peyote, I'm truly sorry for every horrible thing I've ever said about you. I'm truly sorry for every horrible thing I've ever said about your artistic abilities. I'm truly sorry for every horrible thing that I've ever said about you behind your back, in front of you, wherever. I need, as a Christian, to forgive people. I need to be forgiving and loving and kind. And that's what I try to do. Now, does that happen all the time? No, that doesn't happen all the time. Like this guy. I mean, my previous self would say this guy, T-Bob Love, is a moron. I would say he's a moron. He's not that bright. I mean, I'm familiar with this character. So
you're not familiar with nothing, but I will say this about you. You're one of the biggest straightforward lying son of a bitches I ever met in my motherfucking life, and you're so full of goddamn shit. You need somebody bitch slap your faggot ass. You're going out to the extreme saying you ain't had no nut. You just quit having sex after you've been a pants your whole life.
I said I stopped masturbating. I wasn't having sex.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. I'll find you bitch slap.
All right. That was too much.
Okay.
That was too much. Sorry.
But back to Shay, I really want to say I'm sorry to Shay. That's step 10 in the 12 steps of AA and NA. Step 10 is basically when you realize you've done something wrong, make amends. Step 8 and step 9 is like you make a whole long list of all the people. Step 8, you make a whole long list of all the people you've ever hurt, anybody you've ever wronged in your entire life. And then step 9 is you actually go out and you apologize to them, or you write a letter to them or something like that.
Okay, so you've been apologizing to people?
Yeah, I am. I've been apologizing to people. I'm starting my step 9 right now. I got step 9 going. I had 43 people, which is actually a pretty long list for a step 8. She's somebody who I definitely feel I owe an apology to. I apologize to Bologna Sauce. I'm never going to say a bad thing about Bologna Sauce, no matter what he says about me, no matter what horrible things anyone ever says about me. I have to forgive them, because that's part of being a Christian. You have to be able to forgive people. And that doesn't make me probably as entertaining and exciting as I used to be when I would blow up at people and start screaming and yelling at them and telling them how stupid they are, and telling them what morons they are, and telling them how, I'm smarter than they are, I have a master's degree, blah, 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 blah. All that stuff is the old me. I would not do that again. I would look at the person, I would say, you know something? Jesus tells me I should forgive you. So guess what? I forgive you.
Okay, let's get another comment. Charmin, I'm curious what you think about this change.
Hi, Charmin.
Hi, how are you?
Look at Charmin.
How are you doing? Are you happy with these new changes?
Listen, I have never been happier in my life. I'm jobless. I don't have any work, but I spent this past year really working on my faith, working on my spiritual character. I will say this, because it's already come up in the chat. I gained like 80 pounds in this program. There's a lot of food. There's food all the time. There's food in the morning. There's food.
Christians do like to eat.
Yeah, addicts like to eat. Addicts love to eat. So it's an addiction recovery program, but there's food all over the place. Oh my God, there's food.
So then you weren't fixed, Jimmy. That means that you just took your jerking off and made it into food.
No. The big change is that I became a Christian. The biggest change in my life is that I became a Christian, and that I'm now trying my best to follow the word of God, to try to follow the things that Jesus told us to do. Jesus laid out a pretty clear picture, And then Paul wrote a lot of the books of the Bible. He laid out a really clear picture for what we're supposed to do as human beings on this planet.
Jimmy, I just have to say something. Like in the Bible, I think it says to not be gluttonous.
Oh yeah, definitely not be gluttonous.
So are you
Don't be
gluttonous?
Listen,
Gaining 80 pounds?
I am still a flawed human being. That's part of the understanding that you get as a Christian. We are human, so we are flawed. We're never going to be sinless. We're never going to be sinless. We will always sin. We will always do something wrong. We will always say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing. We'll try to not do the wrong thing, but we'll always do the wrong thing. Now, my birthday was 2 days ago. I listen, I used to be a vegan. I was not only did I throw being a vegan or a vegetarian out the window, not only did I throw that out the window, but I just started, eating a lot because the food was really was really good, and I was working on anyway. So here's the deal. I basically am a new creation, and on my birthday, which was on Thursday, I turned 61 years old on my birthday. And I recommitted to being at least a vegetarian. I got to get back to at least being a vegetarian. So I'm going to be doing my best to be a vegetarian again. And then someday I'll get back to being a vegan. So someday I'll get back to what I really want to be again, is a vegan, a nice, slim, healthy, fit vegan. But remember, this vessel that we're in, it's all temporary, Elisa. This is a blink of an eye. This business that we do on earth is just a blink of an eye. We really, it's good to be healthy. It's good to be fit. And definitely that is a goal. Optimal health is a goal of mine. But it is really a blink of an eye. What we need to be, what we can be focused on if we choose to, is eternal life. And Jesus came here to this planet basically to give us that gift of eternal life. And I know it's hard to swallow when you first hear it, but it is. I will be svelte again. Thank you, February 30th. I will be svelte again. Thank you. And I have every faith and confidence that will occur. But this past year has been all about getting my spiritual, two main things, getting my spiritual life together and really developing my Christian faith, and then also my addictions. I've got my little NA things here. I have got 10 and a half months of no drugs at all, which is a first for me since 1975. Since 1975, I was basically, since 1975, there's not been a period of 10 months that have gone by where I actually have not had any drugs. That means no booze. That means no weed. That means no nothing.
So you're not doing drugs. You're not jerking off. You don't have a job.
No, not yet.
How do you spend your time?
In the Word of God. I have Bible studies that I go to. I have many AA meetings that I still go to every week. There's meetings all throughout the day that I go to, AA and NA. It's time, but this graduation from the program just happened a week ago today. So now I have more free time that I can use. And I've actually got an interview later on today with somebody who met me at graduation, knows of my journey to sobriety, and knows of my journey as a new Christian, and really wants to hire me, believe it or not, based on those two things. The fact that I'm sober and the fact that I'm a Christian makes me actually more desirable to this particular hiring manager who I'm meeting later on today. So I'm excited about that. But again, the focus now is on my eternal soul and not these temporary things. There's these things called deep idols. We idolize things. Now that's nice. I have to respect the journey. I support Jimmy. Look at that. Like you always say, Kermit and Friends brings people together. And we just had a nice moment just then. That was beautiful. Thank you, Shea Paoli. Thank you so much. But we're focused now on, continuing my Christian journey, exercising as much as I can, not overeating, going back to being a vegetarian. But previously, my life was focused on what are called idols, like deep idols. Anything that takes your mind away from God is considered an idol. Like there's the idol of significance.
Okay, are you idolizing food and eating? Hold on, I'm just getting a
Yeah,
caller.
yeah.
You are, yeah. Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm just getting multiple callers right now. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Hey, Lisa, it's Gonzo.
Hey, Gonzo.
Hey, I had a question for well, I guess Jimmy, the Christian now. When he was in that program, did he ever snap on anybody? Because you know how Claire used to have a very bad temper. Did he go off or like freak out on anybody during his time in this program? Thank you.
Great question. Peter, call back. Did you freak out on anybody or beat anybody up in your program?
I didn't beat anybody up, but in the beginning, there was somebody who immediately became like, told me they didn't want. It was this big black guy. Told me he didn't want to talk to me. He said he kind of thought I was gay right off the bat. Like even just being me, being myself. He says, yo, faggot ass bullshit. And you're like a woman. And like, he really was. So I actually got very angry with him and actually said some really unkind things to this guy. He went through the entire program with me, and on graduation last Sunday, I complimented him on something, and that was sort of me making amends.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, we're getting another caller. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Hi, I've been watching this, and I don't know the path he's on. I haven't lived the life he's led, but I did see his expression when Bob was on. He didn't react. His expression didn't change, and that says a lot about him and his sincerity, and I wish him the best.
Oh, okay. So you're Team Claire.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, thank you so much for the support. Thanks for calling in, Peter. Bye. All right. So it's the new reserved Claire. He's reserved now.
It's gonna have to. You're gonna have to. I mean, you don't have to. I would appreciate you call me. You can call me Jimmy. You don't have to call me. You don't have to call me Jimmy the Christian. You can call me Jimmy. I mean,
so does that mean that you're not going to call into the Howard Stern show
there's
anymore?
There's no Claire from New Jersey. Claire from New Jersey.
No more Howard Stern show?
There's no Claire. I may call as a new creation and see if he'll let me on the show as Jimmy the Christian. I might do that. But yeah, there's no Claire from New Jersey anymore. Claire from New Jersey's gone.
Wow.
And honestly, and I have nothing but forgiveness for this character either. I mean,
I'm not gonna yell. I just gotta tell you, dude, you're so full of shit. I don't think anybody believes you.
I'm pretty sure a whole bunch of people believe me.
Sex addict.
I'm pretty sure a whole bunch of people believe me.
Nobody who's a so-called sex addict just up and quits jacking off, especially at your age, unless you just done went limp dick. And let me ask you,
I wouldn't know.
I'll say you're a Christian. I'll say you're full of shit, and I'm gonna call your bluff, and I'm gonna ask you with one question.
Yeah.
Why are you even here on this planet?
Because I love Elisa. Oh, I thought you meant on this show.
Why are you here on this planet? Why did God place all of us here?
Actually, as it turns out, I'll answer the question just for myself. As it turns out, my goal on this planet now is to spread the word of God. My goal on this planet is now to
answer amongst motherfuckers that never read the Bible, never studied the Bible, and ain't got a damn clue.
I've been doing nothing.
You are here for a different reason, sir. You are here to make a decision, heaven or hell.
Yeah, heaven or hell.
Nothing but
that's right.
Or to go to heaven.
Have you accepted Jesus as your Savior?
Not to spread the word and all of that.
No. That's whether you're going to heaven or hell.
I'm sold in heaven. I know where I'm going.
Okay, so you've.
The problem is you, sir. You're the problem.
So you're
the problem. You're a pansexual.
I'm really happy for you. You have eternal life.
If a guy popped his peck in front of your lips, you'd stick your tongue out there and start sucking it right away.
No, I would start singing Amazing Grace.
If a sexy woman was to start doing that little dance and shake about and all of that,
if she was my wife, I could do anything I want to her. Hey, let me make sure you understand something, Bob. Do you understand that when you're married, you can do anything? Sex was created by God. God wants it.
Okay, we're just getting a caller, Jimmy. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
T-Bob, you need to knock your shit off because you know what? You're getting old, T-Bob. You need to knock this shit off and quit giving Lisa a hard time, bitch.
I agree with you, Wendy. I think that he is giving everybody a hard time. Bob, why are you giving Jimmy the Christian such a hard time today?
Because he's a fraud and anybody could tell. I mean, I applaud his effort in trying to become a better person. Okay, I'll give him that. But don't sit up here and say, because you're a Christian, you got to quit this. You got to quit that. That's bullshit. What it comes down to is whichever way you weigh is which way you're going to go when you die. Christ tells you that in Matthew chapter 15. He says, you have heard it said that in the days of old, on your last day, on your last breath, and I'm quoting the Bible here. Anybody can correct me.
Bob quoting the Bible is like the worst thing I can possibly imagine
you
after
gotta
what
get rid
he's
of
done
it.
all week.
It
Hi, Bob.
doesn't make the Bible look good, Bob.
On the last breath, you can look up to me and ask for forgiveness, and it shall not be given.
There's no way you're a Christian, Bob.
Because deeds without works is dead. I'm more of a Christian than you, and I've attacked people a whole lot less than you. You come in to KF every motherfucking day attacking me.
Bring
you
it,
tell
buddy.
lies on me, you get on videos, you lie on her, and then lie about lying on her.
Not true.
Oh, it's very true.
Prove it.
It's solid truth.
Prove it.
Ask
Why don't you
anybody
prove
out
anything?
there.
You can't
keep
prove
on
anything,
lying
Bob. You're
about
just
her
a shit
constantly.
talker.
You're not proving anything to anybody, Bob. Just 1 second. I'm getting a caller. Kermit and Friends.
Alicia, I think you really need to get T-Bob off your show and have Weasley your C-host, because Weasley, he's an awesome guy, and I love Weasley, and Weasley tells the damn crew T-Bob needs to take a break and go on vacation for a week or two.
I agree, Wendy. Where should Bob go on vacation? Where do you think he should go?
He
Far,
should go to
right?
He should go to Las Vegas.
Las Vegas?
Yes.
You think, Bob, that's a good place for Bob? I can't imagine him getting into any good things in Vegas. I feel like he would go downhill there.
I think he'll do really nice in Las Vegas. He will find good hot chicks there.
And do you think the hot chicks will want Bob?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
You think the hot chicks in Las Vegas that can have their choice of men are going to choose Bob?
Yes.
Why do you think that?
Because I know hot chicks love old men like that with his butthole.
You think hot chicks want old men?
Yes.
How old should they be?
How old you can be.
So the older the better.
Yes.
Do you like old men?
Yes, I do.
You do?
Yes.
Why do you like old men?
Because I think they're sexy. I think they're attractive because I love how old men react.
Do you like their white hair and their long beards and
Yep.
they're wrinkly? Do you like their wrinkles?
Yep.
You like their wrinkles?
Yes.
Do you touch their wrinkles?
No, I haven't touched the wrinkles, but I've seen them around and I think they're interesting.
Really? What about their balls? What do their balls look like?
I don't know what their balls look like.
Do you think they hang really low and they sag, Wendy?
Yeah.
You do? And that's good?
Yeah.
Why is that good?
Because I just think it's good. I mean, old men can do old tricks,
What kind of tricks do you think old men can do, like in bed? What do you think they can do?
They can twist up their ding dong and girls help them clean their ding dongs.
So would you help Bob clean his ding dong with his wrinkly balls?
Yeah, if he'll let it be. If he's not a dick ass or a bitch.
And how would you do that? Would you use soap? Like, would you take soap in your hand and put it around Bob's balls?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
And then what would you do after that?
I would clean him up, and then I will put him in timeout if he starts misbehaving.
But how would he misbehave?
The way he was acting just now on your show.
Okay, so if he misbehaved, would you spank him?
Yes, I would.
With your hand?
Yep.
And would you put your finger up his butthole if he was really bad?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
What do you think you're going to find in there?
Probably money.
Money? You think Bob, Trumpster Bob, hides money up his butthole?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
How much money do you think is in Bob's butthole?
maybe $200.
200 bucks?
Yeah.
How is he going to fit 200 bucks? You think it's all ones? You think there's some tens? What do you think? How's it set up in there?
$100 bills.
$100 bills. So $200 bills is up Bob's butt. You're going to clean his balls with soap, and then you're going to go up there and make 200 bucks?
Yeah.
Wendy, I'm so excited to set this up for you. And what do you want Bob to do to you? Are you just touching him, or is he touching you at all?
I'm just touching him.
Oh, you're just touching him, so he doesn't get to touch you at all.
Nope.
You should tie Bob up.
That's what I'm going to do.
You're going to tie Bob up to the bed?
Yep.
Do you think there's any coins up his butt?
Yeah.
You do? Is it far up, or is it just like on the edge?
Just on the edge.
Just on the edge. Okay, so you get past the coins, you get to the $200, you finger his butt, you're spanking him. And is he enjoying this?
Yes, he is.
He is?
Yes.
What does he sound like? Do an impression of Bob.
Oh, yeah. Fuck me, baby.
Wow, Bob's really enjoying all of this.
Yeah.
But do you think Bob deserves this, Wendy?
Yes, he does.
He deserves to be with you tied to a bed? I don't think so. He has to be better.
I know.
So would you gag Bob, while you're fingering his butthole?
Yeah.
Okay. And just gag him real hard, like on his neck. And then what else could you do with him? What could you do? Because you have Bob. You could do whatever you want to Bob because he's tied up. His legs are spread. I mean, you could really go to town on him.
Yes, I can throw whipped cream on him.
Whipped cream? What about chocolate?
Yes, it's chocolate syrup.
Chocolate syrup. Would you make a sundae out of Bob?
Yep.
Really? So what does Bob look like when he's a sundae? What does he look like? Does he look tasty?
He looks like tasty, yes.
Bob's delicious when has whipped cream on him and put some sprinkles and some cherries, and you can put some ice cream. I mean, he's just a sundae. I mean, he's perfect. What about his beard? His beard, like all that whipped cream is going to get stuck.
I will put his beard in a ponytail.
You're going to put his beard in a ponytail so it doesn't get in the way, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to ask him if that's okay. Do you mind if I do that?
No, I don't mind him.
Okay, thanks for your call, Wendy. Love you.
All right, bye.
Bye. I don't know if Bob deserves that. Bob, I mean, how do you feel about that?
First of all, I want to say hi to everybody out there. Jimmy, I was just yelling at you. I do think you're a lying son of a bitch. But Elisa, you look great today, and I love your pink room.
Thank you.
You think I didn't notice?
Bob, you're a Sunday. Do you feel good about that?
If I were in that room right there with you, I would let you be I would be your Sunday. I mean, yeah, you could do all of whatever you want.
Bob, you really changed your tune very fast. I mean, you were really mad at me like an hour ago. What happened?
I'm still mad at you about that. You want everybody to have fun in your Discord. I'm the center of all of everybody's frustrations and jealousies and hates or whatever, jokes, whatever. The problem is it causes real problems. You bring new people in, they get caught up in all of this mess. They don't know what's going on. And, it can cause a lot of problems. It's not mature. We need to get it under control. And you know that there is one way to do that. Make me the moderator.
You want to be the moderator? Bob, you cannot be the moderator. You have too many enemies.
A backup channel. Wait a minute. You got a backup channel.
Mm-hmm.
I can't boot anybody out of there.
Hold on. Oh, you want to be the moderator of my YouTube? Oh, okay. Hold on one second. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Bob is absolutely right. He is the center of everything. Unfortunately, it's negative. And it's not people attacking him. It's his negativity towards others that people are fed up with.
Yeah.
If he was the moderator there, people would leave in droves. I don't want that to happen to you.
Yeah, thank you. I don't feel like there should be a moderator. In fact,
That is wrong.
I like it. I like
That
it
is
that there's
wrong.
no moderator,
That
Peter.
is wrong. That is wrong. That's a scare tactic.
Open. Unfortunately, some people like Bob take advantage of that.
Yes.
No. Let me
Exactly.
explain to
Thank
you
you, Peter.
why
Thank you. Love
everything
you.
he said was wrong. Let me explain to you why everything he said was wrong. Number one, that's jealousy. That's nothing but pure jealousy talking. He does not want to see anybody else become moderator because, oh my God, he would be jealous. I never, ever start the shit. Everybody else starts it first. When they start it with me, then I go back at them. And this is a continuous cycle every day. I could pull this up. I could pull it up every day for the past 3 months. 90% of every single day, it's always the same exact people start the same exact crap. And then later on, depending on the time of the day, depends on who's going to jump in next. I can quote it to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right. He's very into like himself being moderator. I'm not into that idea at all. But something I am into. Hey, Bruce. So something I am into, very into, is that we saved a life last week. We saved a life. And it took the whole community to save this life. All right. So this is very important to me. I'm going to talk to somebody. This is a person that stepped up. Okay. This person stepped up, unbelievably so, took a person that was hurting, took a person that was beat up, took a person that was bloody laying in the street and saved that person's life. This is the kind of Kermitarian we should all strive to be. Okay. So if you're watching and you're considering being a Kermitarian and you say, oh, you know what? Maybe I want to join that community. You have to look up to this guy. This guy is not an ordinary guy. He is God-like. He is Jesus-like. I mean, we're talking about Jesus today. I mean, Jesus and this guy are similar, very, very similar. He came in, he saved our person, one of our people here, that I thought was impossible to be saved. Impossible to be saved. He did it. He's gone so far, and he put himself on the line. He could have gotten hurt. He could have gotten his house destroyed. That's probably happening right now. But regardless, let's welcome the hero of the century, Wappy Flanker.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Andy's still sleeping. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Your audio
cool.
is kind of weird, but so Wappy, you are a hero.
You see, I think the echo's on one.
Yeah, the echo's on, but I just want to say a couple things. Your audio is a little weird right now. I'm just going to mute you while I'm talking about you for a second. I hear like a lot of weird feedback, but what I just want to say about Wappy here is he casually mentioned to me that he was going to pick up Andy, and he said, oh, can you get my Uber to pick up Andy? But he was far. He was like an hour away from Andy. And I said, I don't want to pay for like $100. I don't know what this is going to come, if this is really going to help, because I've tried to help Andy so many times and it never worked. It never worked. I had him live with me, and he, he's not easy to live with. And he only lasted 24 hours with me, but he's lasted a week with Wappy here. A week. Wappy, how did you do it?
How did I do it? Well, it's still a work in progress for sure. I don't know, honestly. Just one day at a time, I guess.
So is it hard to have a roommate like Andy? Like what are the main difficulties?
I think because we have such limited space and there's not really a lot of sound privacy. Like last night, I got upset at him and I moved the TV in here because he just would not stop talking to himself like in his sleep, like for hours. He just lays there and he like talks, and I don't know what he's talking about because he's kind of mumbling. He just does this for hours. So I don't know how.
So he talks to himself at night?
Yes.
And what goes on? Like what goes on with himself? Like what is he talking about?
I kind of caught like bits and pieces. It's just sometimes he's like recapitulating the day or what he thought about that day. Talks about people he cares about. He also talks about death a lot. He says he's dying. That's a reoccurring thing. So I'm kind of concerned about that. If I was anyone else that cares about him, I'd be a little bit concerned too, because I think there's a lot more actually going on with him than we know.
Like
And
what?
he won't go to a doctor. So
So he was beat up so bad, and he
Yeah.
never went to a doctor. Did you try to get him to go to a doctor?
yes, I did. I went into a doctor just right around here with him, and at first he wanted to go, but then he didn't want to go. So I sat there, and I was like a few times or several times I was like, come on, dude, let's go. Just like go see the doctor. You know what I mean? And he just wasn't having it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, so he never saw a doctor. He's just laying there on the floor.
And his mouth is in pain again, and his mouth is bleeding again.
So his mouth started bleeding again. It started
Yeah.
bleeding a week ago, and it's still bleeding. You've been carrying him
Keeps
around.
picking at it. He won't stop picking at it. I told him to stop picking at it. I was like, dude, it's gonna get worse. He says he's not picking at it, but it's reopened.
So you've been dragging him around in a wagon. Tell me about
I
that.
know. Well, it's kind of fun and funny and stuff to do that because you got you got Andy Dick and you're in a wagon. He's in a wagon. You're dragging him. So it is kind of fun and funny.
Yeah.
You do worry about those like opportunist criminals, right? It's kind of like a sketchy situation, but I guess that's why people want to see it, right? We're out there live, kind of roaming around Vegas, so that could be interesting to a lot of people.
So I have a clip here I'm going to play of you pulling Andy around in a wagon.
Yeah, I can't wait to see
All right, girl. Oh, yeah.
So that's Andy. He has a drink. Is that an alcoholic drink that he has there? What kind of drink is that?
Yes.
So is there a lot of alcohol being bought?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. I lost Wappy.
It's
So there's
one
a lot
of
of
those things where it's like, I don't know if I'm qualified to help him recover from the drinking thing. Like he might need more help, someone else.
Yeah,
to
than
help with
just
that.
you, because you're like a one-man show over there. You're doing everything. I'm just getting a caller. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Hey, Lisa, it's Gonzo again. I have a question for Wappy about Andy.
Okay, what's the question for Wappy?
So I was watching their streams. They're all really good streams and pretty entertaining. But on one of the streams, when they got back home, Wappy was like, "Oh, we need more." I think I'm paraphrasing, but he said something like, "He needs more security because somebody followed him and Andy, and there's a lot of eyes on Andy in Vegas now because everybody knows Andy's there, and he's like a target." So I was wondering if Wappy's gonna like up his security and if they're gonna get a bodyguard or something like that.
Wow, I didn't know that. Someone was following you guys?
Did someone say that? Interesting. Is there a clip of that?
I'm sure. I have so many clips to show about your week together. Wait, is that Andy? Is that Andy's foot in the background?
Yeah.
Huh. So
Yeah,
he couldn't get up today.
Well, I just got up recently, and he's kind of like waking up at the same time, I guess, so to speak.
And is it hard to get sleep when you have a roommate like Andy?
The way this place is built, yeah, it's kind of hard, and like some nights were easier than others. Last night, for some reason, was like really hard to like get to bed on time.
Oh, he's up. Hey, Andy.
The night before, I slept better, and it seemed like he wasn't really making as much sound. I don't know what the deal with last night was.
Okay. All right. So I have some clips here while Andy's getting up, just to show everybody about the experience of, this is really a beautiful thing that they're living together and it's going well. It's going so much better than when I had Andy. So everybody check out this montage of Andy and Wappy together. Okay, these montages don't have any sound. I don't know why. Oh, it's very quiet. Okay, all right. Instead of that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play their hit single that they recorded together. So what happened was, the beauty of this is that Wappy is such a talented musician. He's just unbelievable. He could put anything together with anyone. So look what he did. Wappy, do you want to say anything about this song, the recording process of this song that you did?
Well, I have a pretty good process, so, of course, with each artist, like, you're going to change some things a little bit, based upon, like, how they like to do things. So I kind of just listened to, you know, how Andy likes to do things and just did it that way, you know. He likes to do, you know, he's very in the moment. So if you got to catch him in the moment, and if you don't, you know, at that time, you may miss it. So.
Okay, but you did not miss it at all. Okay, I just found out there was sound, so I'll play that in a second. But first, let's hear the new single by Andy Dick, produced by Wappy, and it is called, what is this single called, Wappy?
It's a song by me and you. It's not mine.
Charleston, South Carolina, I think it is.
Okay, it's a collab.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a collaboration between.
You get yourself in there because it's really you.
Aww.
You guys hear Andy?
Yes, he says
okay,
it's
good.
It's
great.
You, and then I just wrote some lyrics.
Okay, so this is like a band. Okay, so I misunderstood.
He's really good at what he does.
Okay, so that's
okay?
great.
We've got to get Andy some kind of attention for his injuries and stuff.
Just get a painkiller.
He probably needs, like, we need to see if we can get someone to pick him up and give him a ride to get health care, because, like, walking there, you know, there's probably not a place close enough that's going to take him without his ID and stuff.
Andy, do you need medical help?
There's no point.
I think so.
No.
I think they should look at his mouth, even though it has gotten so much better. I think they should, like, still check him out. He feels as though he's in pain, though. He says he's in a lot of pain, so.
All right, people are saying to call the paramedics. That's a good idea, I think. Obviously, Wappy's taking tremendous care of Andy. I'm going to call. It's not the paramedics, it's someone else. Kermit and Friends.
Alicia.
Yes.
I'm going to set up a live later on with Wappy, and I'm going to try to see if we can get people to talk into Andy seeing a doctor.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is, Wendy, you know, we have a wrap-up show after this show. You could be on that too.
Okay.
And then hopefully we can get some medical attention to Andy, right? And then also what we're doing is we're getting everybody to subscribe to Wappy Flanker on YouTube, so you could watch Andy and make sure he's okay. So then you could call 911 when you see he needs 911. So it's actually kind of perfect in a way, because you can watch him 24 hours a day and make sure he's okay, and make sure Wappy's okay too.
Yes, and Andy, I'm really concerned of Andy because he really needs to see a doctor. If he keeps talking about saying he's dying. Andy, you're not dying. You need to quit talking about
dying, Andy.
Yeah, you're not dying. Thank you, Wendy. That was Wendy. Okay, that was Wendy. She's helping too. So everybody wants to help. That's what this comes down to. Obviously, Andy is an incredible musician. He just gave the credit to Wappy, who, you know, wrote this song. He produced this song. They're a band now, you guys. They're a band. So we want to support Wappy Flanker on YouTube and Wappy Flanker on Cash App. So what we're going to do is, if we reach $200 today on Wappy's Cash App, I'm going to send Andy this brand new iPhone. Okay, this brand new iPhone, I'm going to send it out today. If we reach $200 in donations to Cash App, Wappy Flanker. Okay, so everybody do that. Everybody donate to Wappy, and let's enjoy Andy's new song, Charleston, South Carolina.
Are you ready? Kind of rushes in, and I like to take my time when I'm going in. Charleston, South Carolina, like a Georgia peach. Charleston, South Carolina, or Texas cowboy. Either way, I like to go in fast and real Southern, 'cause I was born in Charleston. Charleston, South Carolina. Charleston, Charleston, Charleston. 56. Still raking up dicks. That's not really a sentence. Doesn't make sense. I think I meant to say letting them suck my dicks. No, that doesn't make sense either. What I meant to say is I'm 56 and they want my 56 dicks. What are you doing? Oh, you're looking at yourself on camera. God, what a weirdo. Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh, that's us.
Turn it away from me.
This is my house. Clips of us.
Turn it away from me.
This is my house.
Smoking your pot, getting high. You're such a high, weird creep.
I'm starting to get fucking pissed, dude. We're not smoking anymore until we find that jar. So if you did take it, you might as well.
I promise I did.
Well,
I don't
make it reappear somewhere if you did.
Well, it is here, and I'm already mad at you for accusing me. Yeah.
Well, I don't care. I don't care how much money or how famous you are. You like to steal.
I don't steal.
I watched you steal at the store, you faggot.
From Target?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little
I'm
thing
not
that I
Target.
gave to you.
I'm not Target.
Yeah, I didn't steal that TV.
Fucking
I gave
asshole.
money for it.
I'm fucking pissed off, dude. Fuck!
You really are out of your mind, dude.
Yeah, I am. I'm getting out of my mind!
Go through.
I'm going out of my mind!
You're already out.
Weed's gone. Fucking weed's gone. Isn't that fucking great, dude? Well, I guess we don't have any more. So.
You don't need it. Will you relax? Baby, do you think if maybe...
No, baby. What? Oh my god. Okay, this is what I want to know.
Fucking clip that!
I'm sure it's here somewhere. Dude. I don't know. Can you not be violent anymore?
Alright, I'm done. Can I promote your OnlyFans, please?
No.
Why?
Because,
Okay,
I don't know.
Yo, stop! Andy! No!
Turn the fucking light off.
I'm gonna call the cops if you do that.
Call him.
No. Whoa, dude, you really stepped out of line with that.
I asked you to turn that light off
It
my
doesn't
face.
matter. If you fucking do that again, dude, I'm gonna punch you in your fucking mouth, dude. Fuck you up.
You want to do the other side?
Whoever fucking come in my studio like this again, I'm gonna body
You
slam
want to do
you.
the other side?
I swear to God, dude, I will body slam your ass to fucking hell. I will take your soul.
Where do you want to
Don't come in the
Well, you
fucking
already
studio
said
again.
you took my soul. How can you take it again?
Cut it out, dude.
You said you already...
Look, is that fine? It's pointing at the fucking ceiling.
Now it's fine.
Okay, well stop.
My eye, I can't even see.
Is there anything else in here that I need to change before
I
you?
can't see you.
You just gave,
My
dude.
eyes are blinded
You just
by
fucking.
lights.
You just went over my equipment.
I was moving it.
Yeah, but you went with a drink in my studio. First of all, you shouldn't have done that.
No, I left my drink.
You had it in your fucking hand. It's on camera.
No.
Cut it out, dude.
No.
Yes.
I didn't have it in my hand.
God damn it, dude. Babe,
Yes, yes.
you need to watch Andy like he's some kind of animal. Next time he goes in the studio, tell me right away.
No,
I'm gonna physically remove him from the studio and put him in the fucking wall. Next time he does that, I'm gonna fuck you up, dude. If you do that again.
Sorry.
Fair fucking warning, and you're gonna be removed, physically removed from this residence if you do that again! Do you understand me?
Yes, officer.
yourself way worse than that black guy did, you stupid skinny faggot. No, you just mentally abused me on a live stream, asshole.
Okay, and I will. And then, but then I'm gonna need help.
Never do that again. Ever. You never do that again. You never come in this room without my fucking permission and validation. Don't ever do it. You're not in danger, faggot. Walk out the door! If you think you're in danger, leave now! If you think you're in danger, leave now. I'll say the third time. If you don't, legally proves you're not in danger. If you think you're in danger, then walk out the door now!
I will.
10.
Well, come on.
If you think you're in danger, then leave. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3, 2,
Which way, Valerie?
1. All right. You didn't even make it in time.
Well,
You failed. You might as well just stay because you didn't even make it in 10
Oh,
seconds.
you're just saying that now.
Okay, so I want this to be a long-term thing. Do you guys think there's any chance that this could be a long-term living arrangement, Wappy?
We'd have to get to a bigger place,
Okay.
which is not impossible. I mean, this is.
Will you tell that bitch to shut the fuck up?
Well, that's what he said.
Andy, I'm trying to help you.
I'm mad at you.
Why? I'm trying to help you.
I'm mad at you.
Why?
Cause I miss you.
Aw. Andy, you're in a good place right now.
I miss you though. Why?
I called you, you never picked up.
No. My phone's not working, you know that.
Well, you can call me.
No, my phone's not working.
I just feel like he feels like a lot of people don't care or something.
Well, I mean, it's hard to care when I watch like these streams of
I'm
him.
concussed. I guarantee you, I am fully concussed. I know I am. I can feel it. My head is swollen all the way here.
Yeah.
And I can feel because my mental state is not right.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
concussion. It's a concussion.
Yeah.
By getting hit by that black guy.
Yeah. That guy really, really hurt him, man.
Okay, so I think the next step is just to go to a hospital.
No, there's nothing they can do. Baby, I know you're so sweet. You're so sweet. That's why I miss you and I miss being with you, but there's nothing anybody can do. There really isn't. I've been concussed before, and there really is nothing they can do, and I can barely talk, and I shouldn't be talking right now. It's just opening up these wounds more.
Oh my gosh, people are really worried that it's a brain bleed, and I'm worried about that.
Well, it is, but there's nothing anyone can do. It just has to go away.
I don't know if that goes away on its own.
It will subside. That's why I'm just laying on this dog mat.
Okay, so people have been
Trying to
donating.
make it nice for me with the TV and this nice Bone Thugs and Harmony. Do you like that poster I got?
Yeah, it's nice.
I know, it's so cool looking.
Okay, so if people want to donate to Wappy,
Give it
and
to him. He
okay,
Try
so
some of this for your more oregano for your lip.
okay, so donate to the 24-hour live stream of Andy, Dick, and Wappy Flanker on Cash App, Wappy Flanker. Get them money for things that they need. I think Andy's looking for a mattress and some liver, right? Andy, what are the things that you need?
Right now, we have a good amount of food.
I'll tell you, this guy is really taking care of me. He doesn't need to, and he really shouldn't. But
I can't let you stay in a bad position, dude. I gotta help you. That's how I am. I've always.
You found me.
Yeah.
Bleeding in the street.
Well, I didn't find you bleeding in the street. I came the next day. You remember? See, he doesn't even. That's one thing that's concerning is the event.
I don't remember. Tell me.
That event, the main event where he was attacked. He's unclear about a lot of stuff. You know, so I've reiterated, hey, I met you at the hotel afterward and brought you here. You know,
the hotel. I know. That's how I know I'm concussed. I can't.
Like the
put
events
anything together.
It's like scrambled eggs.
It is.
Yeah.
My brain is scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you need, Wappy? What do you need?
Have you ever been hit that hard, buddy?
No, that's the thing. I've never been hit that.
You know why? Because people are afraid of you. Because you're a tank. But they're not afraid of me. They look at me like a skinny, scrawny little fucking faggot, and they just whack me hard.
God damn it, that's not good.
No, it's not
the
good
way
at
you
all.
said that though was funny. Why do you have to make it funny?
Because it's funny. Laugh it up. Laugh it up. It's a little scrawny little fucking faggot. Laugh it up, faggot. You fucking fat.
Oh my god.
Ow.
Careful.
There's nothing I can do.
So, Wappy, are you guys going to be performing today?
We could try to
What are you talking about?
We could try to do some impromptu or something off the cuff.
Okay, all right, let's do that.
Well, let's.
Is she on her fucking goddamn show right now?
Yeah.
I swear to fucking good goddamn Christ.
Maybe
Andy.
we should give Andy a minute. Maybe we'll
Give me a minute. We'll whip something up for you.
Okay,
Just for you.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds really good. Okay, so they're doing well. Obviously, this has been a lot for Wappy, and we just want to really support him right now because he just really deserves our help. I mean, I never really tell anybody to donate money to anything. I never ask for money. I never say donate to this person, but I actually really think that Wappy deserves this more so than anybody I'd ever seen. And I hate asking for money from people. Charmin, do you understand what I'm saying? That out of all the people to donate to, this guy Wappy, he really stepped in, and I mean, it was scary. Do you think that he deserves our help?
I've donated to Wappy, and I'll send another $5 again for sure. I think Andy needs to see a doctor. I think maybe he needs to have, a CAT scan or an MRI or something done. If there's some brain bleeding, there might be something they can do. And since they're the doctors, or they're the professionals who should be making those decisions. I know healthcare is expensive. You said he had health insurance last week.
He has great health insurance. He has really, just 1 second. He has incredible health insurance, through SAG. It couldn't be better. He could go anywhere and be covered. So, that is a good thing. Part of me feels safer with him on this live stream, because then I could just look at him and I could say, oh, he's doing okay. I could be watching him. And it's been kind of heartwarming to see him and Wappy getting along so well and doing that song together. And he's pulling him in a wagon. It's just so heartwarming. I haven't seen anything that great, I think, ever in my life.
Well, and you care about Andy, and Andy is hard to keep track of. So I'm sure you're very happy to have a camera on him 24/7.
Yes.
Know what he's up to. It's like an answered prayer for you.
I know. I mean, every woman would want to actually track and have a video on their, fiance or whatever he is. It's nice. I see what he's doing. I hear every word he says. I pretty much hear it when I'm at work. I have it on low, but it's still on.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad that you're in a good spot with him. I hope that he gets some treatment and stops picking at it, especially if it went all the way through the lip.
Yeah. Well, we're not in a good place. I think you might have said that. We're not in a good place at all, but he's there. He's in a good place. He's with Wappy, but our relationship is very bad because I watch him on the live stream. He's talking so much shit about me on that live stream, saying that he said a very big lie. He said that he was in my apartment and I was having guys in and out of that apartment, like fucking them. That's what he said to Wappy. And I can't believe he said that. And it was just, I never even have anyone in my apartment. And how dare he say that to Wappy, trying to make me look bad?
And on a live stream.
Yeah, in front of all these people, he tried to humiliate me, and I really don't know why he did that. And that's the part that I tune in, and then I see him, and
Oh, not by my dad, but I'm sure that had something to do with it.
All right, I feel bad asking him about that right now. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Hello, Lisa. It's Dave.
Hey, Dave. Thanks for calling in.
That's all right. I was just wondering if you had any idea of what the kind of long-term prospects for Andy Dick are at the moment, because I'm guessing he can't reside with Wappy indefinitely. I just wondered if there was any plan for what he does next.
Well, my plan is I want to raise a bunch of money for Wappy so he doesn't have to pay rent. And then hopefully Andy could stay there long term, because Wappy has been the only person ever to be successful in this. So I have tried, and I was thinking about myself, and I said, listen, I cannot believe I wasn't able to do what Wappy was able to do. I wasn't able to last this long as Wappy has. Wappy's done a phenomenal job, and I just couldn't do it. I don't know why he can do it and I can't do it.
How hard was it living with Andy Dick?
It was horrible. He was going through my stuff. He wasn't showering. He wasn't brushing his teeth. And that disgusts me a lot. And he threatened to throw Fozzie out the window. He threatened to throw my computer out the window. And I just didn't trust him with my stuff. And then he invited Lucas over. See, he's in Nevada right now, so there's no way Lucas could get there. So that's the one thing that we have going for us, is Andy's shady friends cannot get to him in Nevada, because none of them have cars and none of them have any resources. So they can't get to him and hurt him. So he's in the best possible place. He's got Wappy, and Wappy is tremendous. He's really tremendous and is doing... people say I'm an enabler, but I didn't want to be an enabler. He was going to restaurants and not paying for his meals and stealing things, and I was no part of that. I said, if you can't pay, then you shouldn't go eat there. So, yeah, people are saying I'm more personally attached to Andy than Wappy is, but Wappy is acting like a father figure to Andy, and I think that's what this comes down to, is I don't think Andy ever really had that, and he's looking for it, and now he has it in Wappy, and so it's actually... really nice to see Wappy take that role. And that's why I want to fully support him and have the community fully support him. And that's why I'm saying to people, I've never seen a better cause than this, than to donate to Wappy for what he's doing for Andy. And I knew Wappy was an incredible musician and so talented, but the heart that this guy has to put his girlfriend through this. Andy peed on his floor. And he did a bunch of bad things, but Wappy is still there doing it. So let's support Wappy. Let's do whatever we can to support him.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like Andy's the ideal house guest. And for Wappy to put up with this for this long, then that's kind of impressive.
Yeah, no, I'm really impressed. And people are saying a lot of right things. I think Kelly's saying Wappy doesn't feel bad disciplining Andy. I don't like confrontations, so I'd rather kick somebody out than be yelling at them. But Wappy's really good at it. He tells Andy what he needs to do, and he has a really strong... he'd be a great father, Wappy. He's raising Andy to be out on his own again. And I don't know how long that's going to take, maybe years, but he's doing it. And so I'm really proud. I'm really proud to know Wappy and just be a small part of this.
Does Andy have your new address? Because it'd probably be a good idea if he didn't.
No, he doesn't. No, I'm not even giving out my... No, Dave, I'm not giving out my new address to anyone, because people were showing up at my home and it was horrible. I moved. People were showing up a lot, more than once is too much. So Andy's people were showing up and they were getting upstairs and they were lying to the doorman about me and saying I was expecting them. And they were, they were doing horrible things trying to get into my space. And I'm not telling anybody my address, and nobody's going to know where I live. And that's it. I don't want Andy to know it, and I don't want anybody to know it. Andy would have to be good for 3 years before I'd let him back.
Yeah, I think that's right, to be honest, because you don't want to be putting yourself in danger and have people hassling at home.
Yeah, I don't want to be hassled. I want to just go with my life, and I want to help Andy. The best I could do is use my resources, which is this show. I could use this show to help them financially and help him have a safe place. And he collaborated with Andy, and look at that great song they made. They can make an album. So what I want them to do is live stream 24 hours a day while they're making their album. That could take a couple months, and then people can donate and support them financially. That is what I want. That is what's going to happen. And usually when I have something in my mind that I want to happen, it does happen. So I think we can do it.
Have you been able to relax more now Andy Dick's not in your apartment?
I have been able to relax more, but the only thing is I'm not getting a lot of sleep because I don't want to miss anything from the live stream. So I don't get a lot of sleep, and I'm actually exhausted because, every time I log off YouTube, then I find out like Andy like pooped on a towel, and I want to watch that.
Yeah, you miss all the exciting stuff because it could happen in the middle of the night.
Yeah, but he keeps his streams up, thank God. But it's really hard because they're like 36 hours, so you have to go through it. But I'm enjoying it. It's the best entertainment I've ever seen is the Wappy and Andy show. And I'm just really like thrilled that they're together and they're recording. And I want everybody to send radio shows that song. If you have connection to a radio show or a podcast, please send Charleston, South Carolina in so that this could be a #1 hit song, and they could tour and they can make money and they can, just enjoy this, and let's make good things out of this. That there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Andy was in a very dark tunnel where someone beat him up, but the light at the end of this is that song, Charleston, South Carolina, is his friendship with Wappy, is his friendship with Wappy's girlfriend, is the support of the community, Kelly, Wheezy, Charmin, all the people here. We can see that this is a situation that we can affect. So we can affect it. When you have the opportunity to help somebody, you should always do it. Always.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. All the best. I'm going to let you go in case other people want to ring. But well done on everything you've done. I love you, babe.
Love you too. Thank you so much for your call. Thank you, Dave. God bless you. That was Dave Robinson. Great guy. People are really, really excited about the combination of Wappy and Andy together. I do have more clips to show you. Here is Andy and Wappy together at home.
You're really crossing the line. Just cut it out, dude. You just fucking smacked my arm, dude. What the fuck? Babe, tell him to stop. When he does stuff, he doesn't listen to me. Unless you want to see me get abused. What the fuck? Because he fucking smacked my arm. I don't like it, man.
I'm sorry.
God damn. I know. I'm dealing with my smacked arm. Can you give me a fucking second?
Yeah, you talk about, I'm not going here.
I'm tired. I'm trying to go to fucking bed. God damn it, dude. Fuck. I'm about to break something again. I'm gonna go break it. I don't know. I'm gonna go run and break something. I'm gonna stress out, man. No, because you fucking can't find anything. I know where everything is. Just let me do it. I'm trying to make you toast, and you're like, make me a drink, make me toast, do this, do that. I'm trying to go to bed.
Go to bed.
You won't let me.
I don't want you to do anything.
You need more than one person to help you.
I don't need anybody.
Yes, you fucking do, dude. You need too many people to help you. I can't do it.
We'll never assault you with fucking crap.
Right. Let me look at this piece of furniture. I realise that this is a...
You schizophrenic faggot.
There you go. That's for you. That's your best present I got. I need some time.
For what, dude? I'm not bothering you.
Then get your...
Fuck off. You bother me all the time. I'm gonna disturb your sleep. I hope you guys saw that. Oh, fuck, I almost fell and broke my fucking neck again.
You're a weirdo freak, dude.
Why don't you die already? God, you haven't fucking died yet? God damn it. Die! Die!
I'm gonna stay here my whole life.
No, I didn't think that. Of course I did. I didn't.
You were home.
No. I realize the reality. You can't stay in four walls your whole life. You have.
I'm going through something, and I appreciate
Well, how can I help you?
You already are.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I really appreciate it.
Damn, man, you're really going through something, man.
No one's even calling me. Rides on this shit. This is what she likes. She likes it because Howard Stern. This is just what she does. It's what she does.
I think we're on camera right now. It's because it's so quiet.
Andy, are you guys ready for your performance?
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay,
We gotta
great.
smoke some pot first.
He needs to smoke pot first, and maybe Froggy should smoke a little green. Get him a little greener.
Okay, smoke your pot, and then I'm going to put you guys on for your performance. Like I said before, everybody donate to Cash App, Wappy Flanker, so that way they can keep living together and getting better and more healthy. And in a moment, I'm going to bring them back up.
Just a perfect day. Drink sangria with my frog. And then later when it gets dark, we go home to the pond. Just a perfect day. Fed the other animals in the zoo. Then later a movie too, and then home. It's such a perfect day. Glad I spent it with you. Oh, such a perfect day. You just keep me hanging on. You keep me hanging on. Just a perfect day. Problems of Kermit and friends left alone. And then later we watch the show. It's so much fun. Just a perfect day. You made me forget myself. I thought that I was someone else, someone good.
Yeah, some people are questioning me for wanting to give like Andy an iPhone. Listen, I'm doing my best, you guys. There's no easy answer. Jimmy, it's
Yeah.
very loud where you're at, but can you
Yeah, I
just
know.
do a quick prayer?
Yeah, we're going to do a quick prayer for Andy.
Thank you.
Everybody, please bow your heads. Father God, I want you to please do your best to look over Andy Dick. Please intervene where you need to intervene. Please have Wappy take him to a hospital. Please have that head injury looked at. Please, let's hope, Father God, that he is okay. Let's hope that Andy Dick can come back to us next week and share with us. Let's hope that Andy Dick experiences peace in his life. Let's hope that he experiences you in his life. Let's hope that he heals. We ask all of this in the name of your Son, our Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen. There
Oh,
you
that
go.
was so beautiful. Thank you.
There you
Thank
go.
you. Hopefully, God heard us.
Yeah, thank you for having me on, Elisa. I would
Oh,
love
my
to
pleasure.
I'd love to be back to a weekly commenter if you need me, if you want me. I'd love to be here for you. Show's amazing. It's completely like it's better than it's ever been, and this is real reality TV. This is not phony baloney reality TV. This is actually you're showing a human interest story that's real. This is not for the cameras. This is real, and you're really actually trying to help them. And people who are bashing you for the steps you're taking or not taking, they don't really have. They can do that, but you know what you got to do, and you're doing it. And so, thank God for Wappy.
Yeah, thank God for
Thank God for
Wappy.
Wappy, and thank you, Elisa, for having me on today. So that I
Oh,
could
my
share this.
pleasure. My pleasure, Jimmy.
Absolutely.
Wheezy wanted to defend
Yeah,
Wappy, but I can't believe anybody would not be like Team Wappy on this.
I think that there's, when you see some of those clips, it could seem as though Wappy's being mean to Andy. Now, I've watched so much of it that I realize that there is a process going on there. Wappy might actually be losing his temper sometimes, but he's very controlled. He's non-abusive. It might sound like it's like super verbally abusive and super intense, but every time he's had to do that is because there was a volatile situation that could have been taken care of in no other way. And I think that you spoke to it earlier. This is the first guy that you know of that has been able to help Andy for 7 days or however long it's been. And I think that's part of the process. Wappy's not a bad dude. Everything that he's doing is really good. He's doing a wonderful thing. And I will say this. I've watched these guys grow closer, and you can see their bond. They have a special bond. If Wappy was so abusive and mean, like people are typing and stuff, they wouldn't have that bond. There's a very special bond there. I might be speaking out of turn. I can't speak for Andy or Wappy, but this is what I see.
So the hardest part, in my opinion, and I've seen Andy do this to Wappy as well as myself, is like he starts insulting you and putting you down and being ungrateful, and Wappy like takes it and he handles it. Like I did not handle that well. I just say, if you insult me once, you're out. That's what I always say to him.
Right.
He doesn't do that. So it's just so crazy. I never seen anything like this before.
Me either. And Jimmy just touched on it. It is so real. And like, listen, I think Andy, he gets upset sometimes when he's like being on camera or something like that. But to me, it's more of a, how do I explain it? It's like, it's a way for us to see the reality of it. If he wasn't on camera and then all of a sudden something happens, that's more of a liability. It's such an issue right now with everything that's going on that I'm fucking glad that those cameras are on all the time. It's a volatile situation. I mean,
so like this person in the chat goes, I admire Wappy for stepping up to the plate, but this way is way bigger for Wappy to handle. Like, okay, so what do you suggest? You don't have any suggestions.
There's no fix.
So
there's no fix.
Yeah, it's
this
very
is a grown
easy.
man.
It's very easy to comment and say, "Oh, this is too much for Wappy," but he's handled it in an excellent way till this point.
Short of somebody kidnapping Andy Dick and taking him to a facility, there's just nothing you can do. You cannot force Andy to go to the hospital. You can't do it. You can't force him. He's a grown-ass man. Wappy has done everything. I've even seen people giving shit to Wappy for letting Andy drink. Wait a minute. Even let's say Andy has an alcohol problem. If you stop it cold turkey, that's more problems than not. Like Wappy has done everything the right way, I think, to deal with the situation that he's dealing with. And he's him and his girlfriend have had to gone through it. I mean, he's not sleeping. It's not like he's not like being selfish. He's being selfless. And people are looking at him like,
never
oh.
seen actually someone like as selfless as Wappy. I never seen it. And it's amazing to see. And I just think like, you know, why has this been put into my experience? And I think I'm supposed to see this. I think I'm supposed to learn from how Wappy's being so patient and how he's being so just selfless, because it sucks. It sucks what he's going through right now. It sucks so much. It's like crazy. So I just know I was in the, like a lot of people here, they don't understand what it's like, but I know what it's like. So that's why I just believe with my whole heart that we're doing the best that we can. And like, well, this needs professional handling. Okay, the professionals couldn't handle it. So now what do you suggest? There's been professionals, famous people that are doctors. I'm not gonna mention any names, that have handled Andy and failed miserably. Okay, so you're wrong for saying that the professional people are better, because they tried and they were worse. Okay, so I mean, Charmin, I've been to many psychologists and nobody's helped. So sometimes it just takes a very special person. I mean, is there anybody in your life that, you know, you met that you're like, wow, this person is really helping me? I've had that a couple times.
You know, I've had it a couple of times. It comes along, it comes and it goes. You know, they kind of stay for a season or a reason, a lesson or a blessing. You know, they show up for a little bit, help you out, and then they disappear and they're gone. Yeah, I've gotten lucky and had a few good one of those. And I'm sure Andy is grateful to have somewhere to be and to have somebody like Wappy who will put up with him and take him and get him out, you know, make sure he has alcohol and he has weed, and they can collaborate together and do some fun stuff. They understand each other's humor and they can put up with each other's moods. So that's good.
It's incredible that he could put up with Andy for any amount of time. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Alicia, I totally agree with Weasley, and you know what? I really think you should make Weasley your C host, because T-Bob, he's not really that too of a good guy for you. Weasley, he's a perfect guy for you.
So you're saying that T-Bob should not be COO, that Weezy should be, or Weasley should be COO? Stop, Andy. Andy's calling me. Oh, they're ready. Okay. Okay. One second, Wendy. Okay. So Andy, stop calling me. I thought you didn't have a phone. All right. So I'm going to make Weasley the COO, and we'll figure out another place for Bob. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Love you. All right. That was a good suggestion. All right, Andy, stop calling me. Stop. Okay. I'm putting you guys on. Andy, I'm right here.
Stop. Wait. Play the slide whistle on this one. We're live.
I can't hear her.
We're live. There's a delay, remember. We're live. Watch. Oh, yeah, let me fix that, actually. Wait.
Look at where I'm living in a corner of a room.
All right, so that's a little bit...
I'm living in a corner of a room. Corner of a room. I like your playing. Oh,
Play the slide whistle. Nice improv.
I didn't get to finish it up because you cracked me up. The reason it cracks me up is because you understand. You can actually. It's a symbiotic relationship where I'm playing to your real chords, and by the way, that's the great thing about a slide whistle. Every chord can be played.
It's like the trombone of the
it's a trombone
of the whistle.
It has every note you could ever have, and it's like, and I try to match up with the.
We should get like a bigger.
Now that's not the same way.
Yeah, it is. You're right. It's different.
See what I mean? You have to play certain things, which is great. It's fine, and it makes me. This is a horrible thing for me to have because but that's what I like it. You can't confine.
We gotta get you more. We should get
a silver one. I know I've had them.
Or like a bigger one.
I've had
too,
silver.
that does deeper notes.
It doesn't really matter. They're all the same to
Different
me,
ranges.
and I love them all.
They're sick.
This came on a display of 24 different colors on a display at Guitar Center. I bought the whole thing. I said, "Give me that. I want them."
We should go to the.
And I did that twice. Yes, we should, because I only have one left.
Just to go jam out and like
this weird yellow one.
We should go there.
Let's do a song. Let's do a song.
We can do a public appearance.
This is
to
mine.
promote our music there.
This is mine, so I can break
You know what I
it.
mean?
I want to break it over your head.
No, don't break it over my head.
I won't.
Do it to someone else's head.
No, I love it so much.
We should buy you a better one. Obviously, that one has like a dead note. It's like the second fret on that one string.
Yes, Andy, you guys are doing so great. I'm so proud of you.
What, baby?
She says she's proud of us.
I'm really proud of you guys.
You are?
Yes.
That makes me happy.
We gotta get Andy more instruments. We gotta get him like a little keyboard and like.
Okay, so I want you guys to play one more song. After this show will be the wrap-up show, okay? After this show will be the wrap-up show with Wheezy and Charmin and everybody else that wants to join, maybe Jimmy the Christian and other people, maybe Bob, Wendy, and whoever wants to be in it. That's directly after this show. So what I want everybody to do is pinned to the top of my YouTube channel, the Lisa Jordana channel, and the Kermit and Friends channel is our Kermit and Friends Discord server where you can follow Wappy and Andy and everybody else. We always give the links to the shows whenever they're live, and you can get any information you want from Kermit and Friends because we're here for you. If you need a home, we're here for you. If you need anything at all, we're here for you. Thank you so much. Please enjoy Wappy and Andy, and I'll see you all next week.
We're on now, I guess. It's our turn to perform. Oh, what should we do here? I still have a little bit of laryngitis.
Who can't? Don't give me your fucking bullshit. Just pick a song. You said a cover, so pick one. I picked one. You said.
All right, let's do another improv.
against the wall. Grandma up against the wall. Up against the wall. Grandma up against the wall. Lisa, I'm a grandma up against the wall. Why are you doing this to me? We just wrote that. That was mostly.
You like that?
Let's do another one. Let's do one more.
All right.
Because that one didn't.
Let me get my.
Buy Andy more chops. She's writing this shit, dude. She's fucking funny. What is that gonna do? What is that weird? I love it. He got me high, thank God. I can still feel the pain. But now, when I feel the pain, I laugh at it.
This is the song we're gonna do right now.
So keep going. Laugh at the pain. 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 I laugh at pain. I love the pain. Pain. This song is called Pain. Pain. And I laugh at pain. Ha ha. Motherfucking ha. That was good.
Thank you guys.
Second song today. We write them all a lot. We crap them out like little turds.
That's right.